How long do you want to live? Do you really want to live as long as possible? Now, if I asked you, would you rather live to 100 or 80? Can you answer that with confidence? Is this a simple question for you? Now, I suspect some of you might say 80, because you might automatically assume that the quality of life for those last 20 years might be so poor that it wouldn't be worth living. And sadly, that's the case for many people over the age of 80 today. The issue at the heart of this discussion is the difference between lifespan and health span. Now, lifespan is pretty straightforward. It simply refers to the number of years that we live. Health span, on the other hand, generally refers to the period of life spent in good health, free from the disabilities and chronic diseases of aging. Distinguishing between these two different goals is critically important for how we approach our health and wellness. To adequately answer the question of how long we would like to live, we should probably first have a decent understanding of what exactly is a life worth living. What do we want the last decade or two of our lives to look like? What do we want to be able to do? Here's the sad reality of our current situation. According to the National Institutes of Health, there is currently a 9-year gap between our average lifespan and our average health-adjusted lifespan, which is calculated by subtracting the number of years lived with disability from total lifespan. Essentially, what the NIH is saying is that the last 9 years of life are not high-quality, healthy years for most of us. So what is causing this 9-year gap between our health spans and our lifespans? Before we dive deeper into this, if this is a conversation that interests you, do me a favor and go ahead and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe to this channel as well. This costs nothing and goes a long way to help support me on my mission to help as many people as I can live longer, stronger lives. I truly appreciate your support. Currently, nearly 6 in 10 adults in the United States are living with a chronic disease, and that number is on the rise. Chronic diseases are the leading causes of death and disability for both men and women. The CDC estimates that 86% of all of our healthcare spending is spent on chronic diseases. And what has all that money achieved? A 9-year gap between our health spans and our lifespans. 9 years of life, sadly, life in quotation marks, life that many of us would consider not worth living, certainly not our best lives. Our modern healthcare system can do many truly amazing things, but unfortunately, it's designed to only provide treatment after you're already sick. And it does little to nothing to help prevent the development of disease in the first place, and little to nothing to add quality of life. This is why I strongly believe that it would be wise for all of us to focus more of our attention on extending our health spans and pay much less attention to our lifespans. By focusing on our health spans, we focus on preventing the onset of chronic diseases and disabilities, decreasing our chances of requiring long-term hospitalization and/or extensive medical care during the final years of our lives. We prioritize the maintenance of good health for as long as we're alive, ensuring we are strong, lean, free of chronic pain, and able to do the very things that make life worth living for as long as possible. We focus on maximizing the quality of our lives. This strategy comes with a spectacular bonus. The health and lifestyle choices we make to maximize our health spans are the exact same choices that are most proven to extend our lifespans as well. Okay, so how exactly do we prioritize maximizing our health span? That is exactly the goal of this channel, and I have a ton to share on this topic. So if you haven't done so already, now would be a good time to go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. Now, I wish that I had some magical superfood that was just recently discovered in the Amazon jungle that I could sell you that would magically eradicate your risk of chronic disease and disability. Sadly, I'm fairly confident no such superfood exists, and I'm extremely confident you should be very skeptical of anyone selling you such nonsense. There's no magic pill for this, not yet anyway. Perhaps a pharmaceutical fountain of youth will be developed at some point, but until then, the responsibility for the quality and quantity of our lives falls squarely on our own shoulders. The choices we make and the habits we cultivate will determine our fate. What I offer you on this channel is the best information I have gathered from reading dozens of books, researching thousands of hours, my personal experience, and working directly with hundreds of affluent clients to help them live their longest, healthiest lives possible. Now, one part of this approach is studying the very people we want to become. The folks in their 80s, 90s, 100s that have managed to avoid chronic diseases and disabilities, that are living life to its fullest right up until their final days. What characteristics do these people share, and how do we model our behaviors to achieve what they've managed to achieve? Like I said, I have a lot of in-depth information on this topic, so please stay tuned to this channel for more in-depth content on the many specific strategies and tactics we'll need to follow, but here are the key pieces of the puzzle that yield the maximum return. First, be strong and maintain muscle mass as we age. Relative strength and muscle mass are inversely correlated with our risk of disability, chronic disease, and mortality. In plain English, the more muscle and strength we possess, the longer and healthier our lives will be. The data are unequivocal on this. We need to aim for 3 hours of strength training every week. And if you need help putting together an effective strength training program that's specifically designed to maximize your health span, go ahead and click the link in the pinned comment below. Second, we need to build the cardiorespiratory system of an athlete. People in the bottom 25% of VO2 max, which is a key marker of our cardiorespiratory fitness, have a 4 times greater risk of death than those in the top 25% for their age. If we want to be able to enjoy hiking, skiing, playing tennis with our grandkids, we're going to need to prioritize the health of our cardiorespiratory system. Find something that you don't hate to do that makes your heart beat fast and breathe heavy. Jogging, biking, paddleboarding, playing basketball, tennis, you name it. Aim for 2 to 3 hours per week. Number 3, we need to prioritize good sleep, getting sufficient quality and quantity every night. While we sleep, our bodies initiate dozens of functions to repair, heal, and upgrade every cell in our bodies and brains. If we don't allow sufficient time for these processes to complete, we will accumulate damage at an accelerated pace. We will literally age faster at the cellular level. Number 4, consume sufficient nutrients to support a healthy body, but not so much that you become overweight or obese. Focus on quality protein to support your muscle mass, and try to consume a variety of fruits and vegetables to supply your body with the micronutrients it needs to optimize health. And most importantly, don't eat too much. It doesn't need to be more complicated than that. There are many different approaches to nutrition that work, but they all share these common traits: adequate protein, sufficient micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, etc., and most importantly, not too much. Eat this way 80 to 90% of the time, and try not to stress about an occasional piece of birthday cake. Now, depending on your current lifestyle, this may all sound incredibly simple or monumentally difficult. Wherever you are today, it's incredibly important to recognize that it's not necessary to obsess over our health. In fact, they'll probably cause unnecessary and harmful stress. We don't need to focus on being perfect. Our focus instead should be on getting better, incrementally improving the quality of our lives, which in turn will increase the quantity of our lives. Win-win. So back to our original question. How long do you want to live? Regardless of how you answer this question today, I suspect that when we're 79 years old on the eve of our 80th birthday, we might answer this question a little bit differently than how we might answer it today. I suspect most of us will want as many more years as possible. The question is, what do we want those years to look like? Are you convinced of the importance of prioritizing the quality of your life, your health span, over simply the quantity of your life, your lifespan? I encourage you to recognize that the actions we take today, the habits we form over the coming years and decades, will determine that quality of life. Again, the actions we take to extend our health spans are the same actions that are most likely to extend our lifespans as well. Now, what are those actions again? We must get strong and stay strong, and train to optimize the functioning of our cardiorespiratory system, our heart, our lungs, and blood vessels. We need to maximize our sleep quality and quantity and make it a priority every night. We need to consume a diet rich with foods that provide your body with the nutrients it needs to function optimally 80 to 90% of the time, and not over-consume food or beverages. Now, if you're looking for a comprehensive program that's specifically designed to help you maximize your health span, first subscribe to this channel, then go to yourmaxhealthspan.com or simply click the link in the pinned comment below. I've created a roadmap to help you build and maintain a body that will not only look and feel great today, but is built for the long haul. My team and I are here to help guide you on this journey. I'll see you in the next video.